winds of change are blowing through the land of the lions. The war-torn land called Afghanistan has a turbulent history of more than 3 decades of destruction and anarchy. Today, it stands at the crossroads of destiny. The Afghans have hope for the war to stop, but beyond that hope is a dream. The dream of progress and a modern Afghanistan. The road to this dream is not an easy one. It has to be tread with care, knit together with knowledge, and realized by the hands and minds of a modern vision that realizes this impossible dream. India stepped forward and signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Afghanistan, under which the CII, or the Confederation of Indian Industry, took one of the biggest challenges: to touch the lives of the common Afghan and augmenting the hands of hope.
India is involved in all parts of Afghanistan in trying to rebuild the country. It is involved in a whole range of activity. We conceived of the Afghan India Vocational Training Center 2 years ago, and we started running it from last year. And the first phase of the program, as you are well aware, entails training of 1,000 youngsters, Afghan young men and women, in 4 or 5 different trades: plumbing, masonry, welding, stitching, carpentry. This is a country that has been destroyed by 3 decades of uninterrupted warfare and instability. And the best way to help Afghanistan stand on its feet is to develop the skills of the young Afghan people. And here we are really happy to collaborate with CII, with its management style and skills and the professional expertise that they have brought into the Vocational Training Center. So we are in partnership with them. They are our executing agency. And the young boys and girls who have been trained, their lives are being transformed, their families' lives are being transformed. And one of the great success stories of our program is, unlike many similar attempts made by other countries, each and every person trained under our program has readily got absorbed in the job market here. There is a great dearth here of really skilled people, and the word has got around in the local markets that the people who come to the India Afghan Vocational Training Center are the best trained young people that you can find in Kabul today. So I'm very, very proud as the Indian Head of Mission in Kabul to be so closely associated with this program. And I'm really happy to have CII partner us in this project.
CII, a non-government, non-profit, industry-led and industry-managed organization of India, has set up the Afghan India Vocational Center in Kabul to create and sustain an Afghan force that will rebuild their country's future. Certified vocational courses from the world-renowned City and Guild empower the locals with skills in masonry and the use of power tools, welding and cutting, plumbing and carpentry, along with tailoring to manage their daily earnings. A team of administrators ensure the smooth working of the Afghan India Vocational Center and its facilities like the conference hall, pantry area, training facilities like the classrooms and the training sheds, etc.
In 2005 August, Dr. Manmohan Singh, Prime Minister of India, and Mr. Hamid Karzai, the President of Afghanistan, signed this agreement and requested CII and United Nations to partner. It is a very prestigious project for us, a project for developing skills, for developing capacity in Afghanistan. We are indeed proud to have been associated with it, and over the last 1 year we have seen 1,000 plus men and women getting trained in different trades, as you just heard. Very critical trades to build and rebuild and reconstruct Afghanistan. CII is proud to have been associated with this, and we feel that this would go a long way in bringing in capacity, rebuilding capacity, bringing people together in Afghanistan.
Due to the vast devastation in and around Kabul, restoration and construction work is one of the primary requisites to overhaul the look of the capital city. Identifying this aspect, Masonry skills are taught at the Afghan India Vocational Center. The curriculum and methodology integrates training with emphasis on practical training, with tailor-made curriculum suiting the local environment. First, theoretical concepts are taught in the classroom setting, which is supplemented by live demonstration of state-of-the-art machinery and power tools and their practical usage in the training shed. Masonry training starts with the training the locals with the art of laying the foundation, construction of walls and fixing tiles. Initially, trainees are made conversant with identification of basic masonry tools, their usage and ensuring basic health and safety measures. During the course of the training, they are made proficient to construct all types of walls with different materials such as brick stones and hollow blocks and create arches with plastering and pointing wherever required. Besides this, they also learn the art of making PCC, marble stone floorings, RCC columns and roof casting works. Finally, the trainees are also taught how to formulate an estimation of their work costs. If the masonry skills forms the foundation of the rebuilding process in modern-day architecture, then electrical work such as welding forms the heart of this process. Welding skills for joining and cutting metal are taught at the Afghan India Vocational Center. At the center, training is imparted in both electrical welding and gas welding. Trainees learn to perform jobs on specialized commercial welding machines for faster and smoother welding jobs. Initially, the trade of welding is taught theoretically in classroom settings on a theoretical basis by experienced Indian trainers. They are then given hands-on experience in the practical classes in the welding and cutting training sheds.
And in this, we have got access of oxygen. Their temperatures are for carburizing things.
The shed is equipped with all the machinery required for welding, from basic gas welding to the complex arc welding. Even specialty welding, MIG, TIG and SPOT welding machines have been specially imported to help the trainees gain varied experiences. Apart from welding, different cutting procedures are also taught in using different cutting machines.
अफगान इंडिया वोकेशनल ट्रेनिंग सेंटर में हम यहाँ के शागिर्दों को वेल्डिंग ट्रेड में गैस वेल्डिंग, आर्क वेल्डिंग, टंगस्टन इनर्ट गैस वेल्डिंग और मिग वेल्डिंग का काम करते हैं।
What are the sizes of these three electrodes?
ما در این مرکز آموزشی افغانی و حرفه‌ای افغان که قرار داریم، ما می‌توانیم در این مرکز آموزشی دو نوع ماشین‌آلاتی که بسیار مدرن است از خارج به اینجا وارد شده که تا به حال در افغانستان وجود نداشت. ما می‌توانیم در این ماشین‌آلات بتوانیم که تا آموزش حرفه‌ای را یاد بگیریم، ولدینگ یاد بگیریم و همچنین ما بتوانیم تا فردا روز نظر خدمت به جامعه خود شویم و همچنین در قسمت در خارج از وطن اگر سفر نموده بودیم بالاخره بتوانیم که تا ما در آنجا همچنین نظر خدمت شویم و تا حدود $800 ما بتوانیم حقوق بگیریم.
The Afghan India Vocational Center has fully fledged medical facility with a qualified doctor ready to administer first aid for any sudden injuries to any student or faculty during the course.
Our daily OPD patients are 10 to 15 in numbers, consist of basic surgical cases 50%, physical damage of eye cornea by welding rays 15%, burns due to welding blaze 10% and general medical cases 25%.
The The plumbing industry is a basic and substantial part of every developed economy due to the need for clean water and the proper collection and transport of wastes. Plumbing involves the skilled trade of working with pipes, tubing, and plumbing fixtures for drinking water systems and drainage of wastes. Trainees at the Afghan India Vocational Center are exposed to the installation or repairs of piping systems, plumbing fixtures, and equipment such as water heaters. Plumbers are being trained to plan out a job required or work out what needs repairing, be able to follow plans and drawings and understand technical instructions, order materials from suppliers, fix baths, sinks, radiators, etc. to walls, inflows or ducts, measure distances to work out lengths of piping required, cut and bend piping to correct dimensions, join piping so that it does not leak. Work as a part of a team with joiners, bricklayers, electricians, etc. The apprentices construct a fully fledged sanitary system using drilling machines and techniques with a varied type of pipes such as cast iron pipes, galvanized iron, PVC and PP are required for internal and external water supply. They are provided opportunities to hone their skills manually as well as by using power tools for expediting work and maintaining accuracy. Considering the weather in Afghanistan, the curriculum helps the trainees develop insight to deal with sub-zero conditions and prevent the water from freezing inside the pipe using appropriate insulation materials. As a plumber needs a number of skills to work effectively, a reasonable level of literacy and mathematical ability is needed apart from physical skills to manipulate tools and equipment, and good social skills are needed too. This is because the plumber works with so many different people, both co-workers and often face-to-face with their customers.
طوری که شما میفهمید که ما امروز درس برما و کتر ما داریم. برما چیزک و کتر چیزک. برما یک نوع وسایل برقی می باشد که ما به خاطر سوراخ کردن دیوال، کاشی، سنگ مرمر و چوب استفاده میکنیم.
So can you tell me what is this and what for it is used?
ये एक टेल कटर है, इसमें एक ब्लेड लगा है सिर्फ काटने के लिए जो मतलब टेल।
امروز ناس نمودن کمود فرشی
He's fixing farshi commode.
Plumbing में आपने क्या क्या सीखा है?
یعنی لونی تو چی یاد گرفتی؟
ما اول کاری را که یاد گرفتم همین نالدوانی کردم و دویم دیگه ما که یاد گرفتم دستشویی یاد گرفتم، کمود فرشی یاد گرفتم، کمود ساده یاد گرفتم، بایلر را یاد گرفتم.
आप मुझे बता सकते हो ये क्या है?
یک از آب ترازی است. آب ترازی سوالی که ما می‌خوایم که یک جای نالدوانی کنیم، ما باید از دیره این قسمت بانیم این قسمت بانیم که ما بفهمیم که نل ما مستقیم است، پایان است، بالا است. ما به ذریعه آب ترازی میتونیم که نل ما را درست کنیم.
Normally such a shed should be got completed within 6 to 8 weeks. But our trainees took around 4 to 6 months. That was basically, we ensured that all trainees of our center get the opportunity to work on the training shed. Well, this has been a very big achievement. It has been mainly on account of, firstly, the dedicated team of my Indian trainers and selected local demonstrators.
The apprentice carpenters learn to construct and repair structures of wood, plywood and wallboard and attend formal classes and work under experienced carpenters on the job to learn their craft. The experts outlay the varied requirements of how to work on residential as well as commercial carpentry assignments.
How this machine can be utilized for cutting pieces.
خانده ما که این قسمتش میتونه که
As residential or construction carpenters, apprentices are taught the following skills: read plans, blueprints or instructions, identify and find materials, determine size and shape of the required parts, measure and mark materials for cutting, cut and shape materials using hand or power tools, erect forms, wood framework, subflooring, sheeting, partitions, floor joists, studding and rafters, install trim, wood paneling, cabinets, windows, doors, hardware and flooring. Check accuracy with levels, rules, plumb bobs and framing squares and make any necessary adjustments. The trainees acquire basic skills like fabrication of wood for varied structures and simultaneously are given exposure on mechanized fabrications by using advanced machineries of carpentry.
Just about 20 years later.
Women-specific vocation has been introduced at the Afghan India Vocational Center. As the Afghan women were never allowed the space and freedom in the past, the center also looks to empower women by imparting specific skill sets to help them earn a living and support their families and increasing marriage prospects. Stitching has been introduced here as a trade which specially focuses on women. The curriculum in this vocational area is designed to teach basic stitching techniques on industrial machines and to produce output according to Afghan culture and tradition. A detailed analysis of the syllabus is carved out to determine the shop floor and classroom instructions necessary in the region, ensuring skill and knowledge is thoroughly imparted to its students. Before completion of training, these trainees achieve confidence on work on different types of machines, including commercial machines. Finally, the women here are also trained to take proper measurements and prepare the bills of materials with respect to the work involved.
नीडल तोड़ रही है, ब्रेकिंग द नीडल।
वقتی که ماشین سوزان شکستان سست میکنیم، بعد از سوزان راسته گرفته بنا خوب محکم میکنیم، بعد از استفاده
آموزشی را یاد گرفتیم و خیاطی از قبیل پیراهن‌ها، پنجابی، بسیار چیزای خوب ما از اینجا از استادان خود یاد گرفتیم. اورلا کمی تمام چیزای خیاطی از پیش استادای خود ما بسیار راضی هستیم، خوش هستیم.
To ensure benchmark standards, a team of quality control assessors from the city and guild pay regular visits to the center.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, on behalf of the Embassy of India and CIA Delhi, we extend our heartiest welcome to our distinguished guests. On this occasion today, we are honored to have with us Mr. Mohammad Ghaus Bashiri, Minister of Labour and Social Affairs, Government of Afghanistan. His Excellency Mr. Jan Prasad, the Ambassador of India.
After the students finish their training, they are assessed individually in their selected trades by the city and guilds examiners. Successful trainees are then awarded certificates and a toolkit or equipment as they graduate from the center.
this happy occasion of the program to give away certificates to successful trainees who've been through the skill development program organized by this institute. I have very fond memories of my visits to Afghanistan and meeting with the wonderful people of the country. I in fact first came to Kabul in 2002, in February 2002, and since then of course I've had the opportunity of visiting Afghanistan several times. I'd like to mention here that the skills development is one of the biggest challenges of many countries in the world, because it's the skills which really provide the opportunities, the wherewithal to get employment or be self-employed. And I'd like to mention here that in the school curriculum, in the higher school curriculum, vocational training is getting a very important part, or a very important subject, or a content of the school curriculum is the vocational training. Because belief is there that not everybody needs to be an MSc or MA, but if they are trained, they have some skills, then they can do well in their lives. And in fact, even in our graduate courses, vocational training has become a part of our curriculum in several of the courses.
Firstly, just to assure you on behalf of Government of India and my colleagues in the Indian mission that we will continue to work hard for the prosperity and stability of your country, Afghanistan. The message from the Indian experience is that people who have risen to the top in India have started with very basic skills and very basic education. So my message, dear brothers and sisters, is that whatever you have learned, put it to good use, put in your hard work, put in some enterprise, and you will make a very good contribution to develop yourself, develop your families, and develop your country.
دوستان محترم، قابل ذکر می‌دانم که مرکز آموزش‌های فنی حرفه‌ای افغان هند که امروز شاهد فراغت کارآموزان آن هستیم، نتیجه تفاهم رهبری دو کشور طی سفر جلال‌المآب محترم حامد کرزی رئیس جمهور جمهوری اسلامی افغانستان و کشور دوست هندوستان میباشد که به ارزش $250,000 آمریکایی و کمک مالی کشور هندوستان و همکاری کنسول صنایع هندوستان تجهیز گردیده و کار ساختمان شهر قبلا از طریق دفتر بانک جمعی در کابل و پیش برده شده است. تحت نظر وزارت کار امور اجتماعی و شهدا و معلولین مرکز فعالیت می‌کند و این مرکز به تاریخ 26 جون 2008 رسما افتتاح و فعالیت پیش آغاز و در ارائه‌های خیاطی، نجاری، ولدینگکاری، نردبانی و معماری در ماه می سال 2008 آغاز کرد و با داشتن 28 تن آموزگاران مجرب افغانی و هندی در هر دوره آموزشی پیش 300 الی 350 تن کارآموزان را در رشته‌های متذکره تحت آموزش قرار می‌دهند.
We surveyed out around 70% of our trained youth certified by City and Gales have been employed. And surprisingly, among the ladies, 90% are working from homes and earning anything between 10,000 to 30,000 a month, Afghanis.
Counting success of an institution would be counting the success of its trainees and their placements as skilled workforce in Afghanistan.
طوری که شما می‌بینید ما به مدت 4 ماه در این مکتب افغان هند به ترینینگ داشتیم، به بخش نلدوانی کار کردیم و فعلا فارغ شدیم و فعلا در این ساختمان که می‌بینید ما اینجا مشغول کار هستیم، همینجا کار میکنیم. ما شما خوب است هر نفر ما 15 الی 20,000 نفر 20,000 افغانی درآمد داریم در یک ماه. ما تشکری میکنیم از دولت هند که آنها برای ما این زمینه را مساعد کردن که ما بتونیم رشد کنیم.
وقتی که رفتیم در مکتب افغان اینجا درس آموختیم، وقتی که فارغ شدیم بعض وسایلی که مورد ضرورت بود ما را برای ما فراهم ساخت و توانستیم که بعد از اون ورکشاپ آغاز کنیم و اینجا کار خود پیش بریم. امکان داره $1,000 امکان داره از او بالاتر یا پایین‌تر.
However, the training shed built by the students will always be symbolic of their skills and readiness to work towards the progress of Afghanistan.
تا وقتی
وقتی که مکتب شروع نشده بود اینا با کارهای لابالی یا تا سرقت مسجد و دیگرها دست می زدن. با توجه خاصی که وزارت امور اجتماعی محمد غوث بشردوست که این انجینر صاحب عامل صاحب مکتب در اینجا آمد، حال فعلا نفرها کلش صاحب کار شدن، هر کدامش در هر مؤسسه کار میکنن. تمام اثر توجه خاص عامل مکتب که ارگانداز هستند توجه از این صورت گرفته و برادرای رفقایی که از هند همکارایشان هستند یا بسیار کوشش کردند و حال ما خواهش میکنیم که مکتب دوباره فعال بسازن، از اینکه بیشتر بر مردم بیکار و کسایی که ضرورت دارند در اینجا تربیت شوند تا آیندهشان با مشکلات اقتصادیشان رفع شود.
We valued and regarded the local culture, the tradition and the religion. The students who joined the Afghan India Vocational Training Center were unemployed and generally came from underprivileged large families. On completion of 4 months of training in the respective trades of masonry, plumbing, welding, carpentry and tailoring, the jobless potential workforce got readily absorbed, are earning well and sharing the responsibility of their families to lead a prosperous life.
One of the most important reasons as to why we have been able to be successful in this project has been the government of Afghanistan. I think without their strong support and the facilitation that we have received, we would not have been able to carry this with so much of peace and ease. The project has also been blessed and supported by the Embassy of India and the Ambassador. Thanks to you for giving us this opportunity, and I think this was one of the best projects that we have ever involved ourselves internationally.
This CII-managed Afghan India Vocational Center boasts of a reputation that is an encouraging sign for the recognition it has garnered in a short period of time. An overwhelming response from Kabul and neighboring provinces for undergoing training proves that this venture is definitely on track. The center aims to empower many jobless, unemployed potential workforce to be suitably employed by the end of the program. The task force of a skilled Afghan labor is taking shape for building and realizing the impossible dream. The hands of hope for a strong and developed Afghanistan for a better tomorrow.